Welcome to the last full weekend of summer Canada. We've got our autumnal equinox coming on Monday, meaning the start of fall is on Monday. No perfect day better than a Monday. Now let's get right into your conditions you could expect this weekend. For BC, we're looking at a bit of a cool down for the coast as a rainy system moves in and a chance at some heavier, more widespread rain. For the interior, though, we might get a chance at a last 30 degrees. Osceola has a daytime high of 30 degrees on Friday, followed by a bit of a cool down, and that's due to a bit of an upper atmospheric pattern. We're seeing kind of a rounds of troughing that are going to be impacting the west coast. That's going to bring in kind of the start of your wet season in the coming week or so. Beginning, we've already seen rain move through the central and northern coastline. That's going to continue to slump southward throughout the weekend as we get into rain for the Sunshine and South Coast, and even a little bit of alpine snow above the 2,000-meter mark for the coastal mountains as well as the Rocky Mountains. Here's a look at Osceola's 7-day. Note the cool down, getting down to about the seasonal mark, but we could potentially push that 30-degree mark once again next week, so we'll keep a close eye on that. Here's a look at how much rain we could see across the west. Note the purples along the central and northern coastline of BC, indicating very heavy rainfall, but the lack thereof for the rest of the prairies. What you are going to get, prairies, is some strong wind gusts on Saturday off the foothills, and that's going to peel slowly eastward throughout the provinces by the end of your weekend and in through Monday. Here's a look at your conditions that you can expect. Much cooler for Winnipeg. We're sitting at 17 degrees on your Friday, but a beautiful forecast for Alberta. 28 in Calgary, 27 in Edmonton for your Saturday, and mainly sunny skies. Now we swing over to Ontario, where we're seeing our own type of cool down. High of 17 for Ottawa, Toronto, 17 on Friday in Sudbury, 16 and 18s in Thunder Bay, and some unsettled weather is on the way. We haven't had much rain in Ontario, though. For Atlantic Canada, sunshine will be the main story, unless you're in, of course, St. John's, with a high of 13 on Sunday, getting through a rainy day on Friday, but plenty of sunshine across the Maritimes for your Saturday and Sunday. Here's a look at that cool down, the cold front that's bringing rounds of different types of precipitation over the last couple days. In the next couple of days, here's a look at the precipitation accumulation you could see out east. We've got rain for Newfoundland, but the blue stuff is starting to accumulate once again with snow for Labrador and eastern Quebec. Thanks for joining us, Ontario. I want to start off with a look at your weekend snapshot. Anticipate a bit of a cooler day, more fall-like. On Saturday, a high of 17, a low of 14, but plenty of sunshine. So along with the sunglasses, you might want to pack a sweater in the back seat. Now Sunday, we're warming back up above seasonal being 20 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud. All right, now let's get into our precipitation forecast, or lack thereof. We're going to see a cold front descend, which is going to raise the chance for very isolated and scattered, non-severe thunderstorm chance. So you might see a passing shower, maybe hear a rumble of thunder, but most people will not. What you will find widespread are some wind gusts moving through this evening. Behind that cold front, we get a northerly flow that's going to raise the wind gust upwards of that 40 kilometers an hour, specifically for the north shores of Lake Ontario, but those will quickly ease in the overnight and leave us with a pretty much gust-free weekend. Now here's a look at the thunderstorm energy. The little pockets of oranges and reds there, very isolated. That's where we're going to see the best chance at seeing a thunderstorm or two, maybe a flash of lightning here and there. Let's get into your temperatures this evening. Still 22 along the north shores of Lake Ontario, the Golden Horseshoe, and the Niagara Peninsula. Now again, our daytime high average is only 20, so for the evening temps to be 22, that's not too bad. It's going to be a warm one today, but the cold moves in tonight and through Friday. So cooling down to 9, feeling like 7 for Barrie, Orangeville, Peterborough, but 14 for the GTA. So we're going to hold on to some heat closer to the waters. Note the 15 there in Niagara. Come Friday afternoon, very seasonal day, very fall-like day. 20 degrees kind of all the way across the lake shores. 22 for Guelph, 23 over in KW, and all sunshine. It's going to be a beautiful day, although a little bit on the cooler side compared to today. And here's a look at the culprit. This cold front is going to bring down all of this cold air, primarily focused on Quebec and Atlantic Canada, but we're still going to get the tail end of it. It's going to drop our temperatures again, even more fall-like for Saturday, a high of 17 for the north shores of Lake Ontario, a 20 there, 21 in Niagara, 18 in Guelph, 19 in KW. So a bit cooler, but again, it will be a short cool down. We will return above seasonal by Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And note that Monday is the first official day of fall. Have a great weekend.